out of love? Was it not? We'll figure it out as we continue. But Bishop, let me just start with you. You know, just understanding this whole concept of love and the magic of falling in love, because it's a very beautiful feeling to fall in love and to love someone and to be loved in return, right? So can you just help us understand this magic surrounding love and how we get ourselves to fall in love with people? What usually happens to our brains and to our heads and to our hearts? Let's just understand that concept.
Thank you very much. One of the things I would really love to say is that we need to define love.
Okay.
Because what most people think is love is not. But from my perspective, I look at love like love is kind, love is patient, love does not keep a record of wrongs, love is not self-seeking. So in other words, love to you, it's a kind of attributes that are built in you, that are strong in you. It's not a feeling. Most people think love is a feeling.
It's not?
It's not a feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, feelings.
But why do we then have like this feelings, and sometimes we just don't understand what exactly they are?
You know, feelings come and go.
Okay.
Yeah, even when somebody gets married, feelings come and go. But love is deeper. It's a deeper foundation than that. And that's why most people are duped, because they think it's love, but it wasn't love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what does love look like? Like, paint that picture for us. I know you've said, you know, love is giving, love is forgiving, love is selfless, love is this.
Yeah.
But then how do you know, in terms of feelings? Because like you said, it's not a feeling, you know?
Yeah.
So then how do you know?
How do you know whether you're in love?
Yes.
Because, and I was talking to a very good friend of mine a couple of months ago about love and, you know, preparing them about getting married. And I told them, first of all, you have to build yourself. And you have to know, what am I going for?
Okay.
Because most of the time, we enter into love because you want to fill a deficit that is within you. And that's a wrong thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, the best people to enter into love, they're not people who are actually looking for receiving love, but giving love.
Okay.
Because it's in giving that we receive.
All right. But what if you do not receive? Like, what if it's not reciprocated? I think most of the time, thing is, for us, once we fall in love and we give love, we expect it back.
Okay, let me explain that statement again.
Yeah.
You see, it's all about wholeness. Because love, from my perspective, it's talking about a girl who's whole. She's not looking for somebody to preserve her life, loneliness cure, you know what I mean? Because most people think, if I can only get a man, my loneliness is over. Okay. But a man can fill the space in your house, but they can never fill the hole in your heart.
True. True.
You see?
True. True. Okay. I see it.
You see it now?
Yes.
Yeah, so, and that's why most people get it wrong. Because the reason why you entered into it, what takes you in must be sustained throughout the whole process. Okay. And that's why I usually tell people when I counsel them, I tell them the best person to actually marry, the best person to enter into love, or even, I don't like using the word falling in love, because most of the time people who fall in love fall out. Because it's a decision.
Yeah.
And it's a conscious decision that you're making in broad daylight. I mean, you are secure, you know it. It's just like going and buying a property. You do your due diligence.
Okay.
But anytime, most people enter into it with an aspect, man, I don't want to lose this guy. Oh man, this is my only one chance. My friend, let me tell you, you're going to get duped.
Okay.
And you're going to be very hurt. So in a nutshell, I would say the best person to marry, the best person is a person who is complete. I'm not looking for somebody to fulfill me. I love me. I take me out. I enjoy my company. Okay. So even, and those are the people who are coming to give. And in that giving, you receive.
You also receive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Rose, do you have a different perspective?
I wish I had spoken to him a bit earlier.
Would have saved you a lot.
You would have saved me a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think, just reiterating to what he's just said, you think, like you said, you don't fall in love, but we all think we are falling in love.
Yeah.
We fall in love.
Yeah.
We are looking for that person to come and compliment us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you, let me just call it falling in love.
Yeah.
When we fall in love, even that person complimenting you, that person who's bringing that, you're already 100%. I believe I'm already 100%.
Yeah.
So you're also bringing your 100%, and then we're building this thing together.
Yeah.
But even that person, when you have fallen in love, all those things go out of the window.
That's true.
All those things, you don't pay attention to those things anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
At the start, at the beginning,
Yeah.
you already have this idea that I'm not looking for somebody to just come and give me the love and provide this thing that I'm missing in my life.
Yeah.
But once you fall in love,
All those things.
all those things you forget about.
Oh,
yeah.
You completely forget about.
Oh,
them.
Okay.
Yes.
And we've seen a lot of people who you would think they're solid themselves, right? They've got everything going on for themselves. If it's the finances, they have the finances in order. Like, they seem okay and everything is going on well for them. And then they fall in love. Eh?
Yeah.
Now I have to be cautious. I'm like, okay, fall in love, don't fall in love. But when they fall in love, it's like they totally become somebody else.
Yes.
And you look at this person and think, but I thought you were solid, you know, on your own. What happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rosa, you learned a tough lesson.
I did.
Whew. It's
I
a
did.
lot. I mean, I'm just looking at you right now and thinking 1.8 million
Yes.
gone
Yes.
just
gone.
like that?
Just like that.
Let's go back. Where did you meet this guy? Who was this guy? When did you guys meet? I have so many questions.
You have so many questions. I'm here to answer them. I'm here to answer them.
Yeah.
So I think like most relationships, it's only that we are always afraid to admit to it.
Okay.
We met on social media. So we met through Facebook. The guy was in my DMs, writing me.
Sliding into the
Yes.
DM. Okay.
Yes. So once in a while, he'd pop up, say, hi, how are you? Just like that, we started chatting back and forth. I think we went for a period of like almost 4 months, just chatting, until we decided we need to meet face to face. Let's just meet. So the guy at the time was not residing in Nairobi. So he told me, I can come and visit you. I can come and, but I do not have a home in Nairobi.
Okay.
So I
mean,
agreed.
yeah, I can host you.
Yeah, I've known you. You think you've known the person. I've known you for like 4 months. So yes, you're allowed, just come and say hi. So the guy came, we met, got to know each other. I remember he came over a weekend. We got to know each other. But from the first weekend, that's when I started seeing the cracks. But like you mentioned earlier, you see the cracks, you think you're a very solid person.
Yeah.
And you can already recognize these are red
Some of
flag.
those things,
Yeah,
yes.
these are red flag. But at the end of the day, you still
Yeah.
swipe it aside. Yeah.
Okay. So while you were talking, I'm still back here for DM. So 4 months, right?
Yes.
Getting to know each other.
Yes.
Sharing probably your dreams
Yes.
and your aspirations and all those things. Did you notice anything off during this period where you were just chatting in your DM, or it was nothing at all?
I noticed, maybe the only thing I can say I noticed was that he was a professional. From what he had studied and what he was practicing, he was a professional. But then he had chosen to just do some other type of business and put the profession aside. And it was a really good profession. So that's the only thing that I noticed at that time. I was questioning, like, why would you make such a decision? And I did query about that decision. And there was an explanation to that decision. The explanation was, this business that I'm in is really lucrative.
Okay.
So I'd prefer to do this business. Yes.
Okay, all right. And again, in this day and age where it's like you do this, but then again, life somehow
Yes.
takes you to a different path and you're
Yes.
just like,